Hey everyone, welcome back to Game Binding. My name is Dave, and today we are reviewing a game called Nerd Words Science. Let's do it. So as a disclaimer, this is a review copy from Genius Games. Thank you so much for your support. You are awesome. I really do appreciate it. Now, this is a party game for, well, nerds. People who like scientific words and terms and who like more of a heady or brainy type party game. Because this is, you're trying to convey these terms, scientific terms, through clues, and it has a different way about doing it. Not just like an apples to apples or any kind of game where you write down a clue just based on the things that you think. You're going to have to use your brain just a little more to come up with those clues. So I don't have much more other than to say that. Let me show you the production of this game, show you how to play it and what I actually mean by that, and then we'll come back and tell you my opinion. Let's go. Alright, so this is what you get in the box. Basic party game fare. No linen finish on the cards, but they're thick, so they'll stand the test of time. You have the scoreboard and the clue boards. You do get a timer, which those are kind of old-fashioned. You can just use your phone, in my opinion. And then you do get the erasable markers. These ones are pretty nice. Most of the time, I'm not a fan of the ones that come in the box, but these I'm going to keep. And that's pretty much it. Now let me show you how to play this game. Alright, so this is the game setup, and basically you're going to break up the people into a number of teams, 2 or 3, and there are going to be a clue giver, and then there are going to be guessers for each team. Simply everyone is trying to get to break points of the 49, and whoever does that is the winner, and how you do that is by betting. So the clue giver will draw one of these cards. Now the catch is you'll have to pick one of these here, but when you do the first 3 clues, you have to pick one of the letters in the word that starts to start one of the clues. So in Glacier here, I would pick I, and I would go ice. And then I would continue picking letters to start with on the clues, and then the last 4th clue I have to choose the letter G. So if I get down here, everyone knows that the word will start with G. And for Glacier, and these little squares here are, they say to permanently mark these here, so when you come up to this card you can pick different words. So if all these are marked out here, you couldn't pick Glacier anymore, but I really don't buy into that. I like to keep my cards pristine if I can. Pick that clue, and the other people would be looking at here and they would be saying ice. So let's say Trey, I don't know, would say that, and they would bet points. So if we bet the points here, we would either get the answer right and gain 2 points, or we would get the answer wrong and lose 2 points. But if not, we would move on to the next clue, choosing a word and then betting the points to try to get the answer right. Now both teams have an opportunity to do that. Now the clue giver will bet as well, saying this are the points that I think I would get if any of the teams get it. So the clue giver can get points that way as well. The game does come with a whole bunch of blank cards, so you can do your own things if you want to. Cards are more science-y than others, like the cryoplasm and thermodynamics. I have no idea how I would even try to convey that or project that out in clues, but like I said, these here, like blizzard, that's not necessarily a science term, and those are the basic rules. Of course, there is a timer that I didn't go over. I didn't go over everything, but it does kind of follow the basic party game rules with a little bit of difference when it comes to, you have to really think about what you're giving clues as, because you have to pick the letter, and then you have to do some betting as well. So you'll keep doing that until one of the teams break 49, and whoever does that and has the most points at the very end of that is the winner. So now let me tell you what I think about this game and give it a grade. So that is how you play Nerd Words. Now I'm going to go ahead and give this game a grade. It gets a 57 for me. I'm not a big fan, and one of the reasons is because a lot of this stuff just went shoo, right over my head. Now I can appreciate what this game is trying to do, and it's not for me. There are so many of these cards where it just had me stumped, and my brain just doesn't work like that. And I do not think I'm the demographic that this game sought out to actually be with, because I do like science, but my vocabulary isn't very vast, especially when it comes to scientific terms, and clue giving isn't my forte as well. So this doesn't really hit on any levels for me, but there were a few things that I did have fun with, and when I actually was able to come up with a clue based on one of the letters, it made me feel smart, especially because I wasn't getting it very often. So when it did happen, it clicked and it made me feel good. My partner, she is very good at terminology and keeping up with all these scientific terms, so she was able to crank this stuff out. So I was able to see what it would be like when somebody actually enjoyed this and did well. So that's why I think I gave it a higher grade than what I would have. I mean, a 57 isn't a high grade in this game. When it works well and in action with somebody who actually executes it well, that gave me some insight and some appreciation for it, and gave it a higher grade than what I would normally give it if I was just scoring it by myself. That being said, I don't think the crowd that this is going to hit well with is going to be vast. This is a decent game. It's well produced and very thinky. I think the execution of the game just lacks a little bit, but the idea of it is better. So that's just my opinion. Again, this isn't something that I'm gonna go clamoring for, but if you are still here, you already know if you're going to like this game or not. So take that and run with it. So if you want to purchase this game, it's going to be in the description below. Again, thank you so much, Genius Games, for your support. Really do appreciate it. If you want to purchase this game, it's going to be in the description below. If you haven't already, click a like and subscribe. Thank you, Vine Nation, for stopping on by. And until next time, that's you. Have a great rest of your day and a great time with all of you. Bye. I'm Dave, and I'm out. Bye. Vine Nation, we love making content here for you on the channel, and we're almost at 10,000 subscribers, so subscribe now and help us out. This video right here, I think you'll like. This video right here, YouTube thinks you'll like. Or you can just sit here and watch me dance the dinosaur for a little bit longer. You can visit us at our social media outlets, and we're going to be improving our Patreon here soon. That's all for today. Miko, it's time to go. Good girl, Miko.